Hello, and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Kerbal Space Program. So now we are trying to catch up with Duna. That's the current goal. So I'm trying to see right now where we stand in regards to this orbit. As you can see, it's showing us our closest approach, which is going to be right there, which means it's closer than we are right now. What we want to do is kind of ride that gravity around the edge here until we can get real close to Duna, basically. So, our orbital plane actually looks really good. I am shocked. Let's see what happens. If we continue to expand outwards, we get closer and closer and closer. Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's not going to happen immediately, but it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. Hold on. Perspective is important. Okay. If we do it like that. No. How about if we do it like that? Let's pull it out a little bit. No. Oh, man. We might have put ourselves in a little bit of a predicament here. We're going to have to wait until... There we go. Okay, we have a Duna encounter, but it's way over there. And, estimated burn is only 1 second. Get out of town. That's not real. No way. How is that real? Hold on. I'm like, I guess, you know, sure, okay, I'll take it. If that's the case, then I'll totally take it. But still, it's very suspicious. Okay. I'm like, what strange glitch and or thing have I happened upon here? Especially since we need 814 meters per second in delta V in order to make that correction. So, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. You know, I keep thinking about it, and I'm like, it's one of those things. I realized it was kind of hard whenever you're trying to learn stuff as a kid, because you hear all these terms and you're just not familiar with them. And even though, you know, you get used to it as an adult, where if you have an unfamiliar term, all you have to really do is sort of break down the root of it, and you get an idea of what's going on. And I'm sitting here thinking about delta V, and I'm like, okay, whatever, delta V, it's this crazy space term. And it just dawned on me, like, live, right here, on video, a revelation had dawned on me that by delta V, what it's talking about is change in velocity. Because I'm like, delta is change, right? And then V has got to be velocity. So we need to get a certain amount of meters per second in a particular direction in order to change our velocity to where we need to be. It's just weird, because then also whenever you're playing, you're also thinking about, like, what you need in order to overcome certain velocity or certain things. Like, you know, standard Earth gravity is 9.8 meters per second, right? And so that basically means every second you're going faster by 9.8 meters a second. And so your delta V, you kind of have to cash in the thrust that you would need to move a certain velocity in order to escape that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's a lot more. Okay, that's fine. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that too much, but I did. My own fault. Okay, so now we are cruising just as fast as we can in the direction it's told us to. And then let's just adjust, and there we go. Doing all right. Whoa. Let's cut engines, scoot over a little bit. Oh, cut engines. Okay, cool. So where does that put us? Did that actually give us our encounter in real time? No. Okay, fine. So, what we're gonna do, that's 1 year, 333 days. I'm like, okay, what do we do in order to fix this? Well, number one, we're gonna get a little bit closer. If we can make the adjustments, the kind of trade-off whenever you're doing these sorts of things is that the further away you are, the less fuel you have to use. But at the same time, it's more difficult to get those precise sort of, you know, orbits and that kind of a deal. This is a really long mission, by the way. Poor Jeb. Like, we basically were like, well, Jeb, you're screwed. See you in, like, 85 years once we're done exploring the rest of the universe without you. That's almost a more cruel fate, but we really just need the tech. I also came up with a really cool idea, or at least I think it's really cool. So Duna has 2 moons. Ah, damn it. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Duna has 2 moons, and what we could have done... Or no, it only has 1. I'm thinking, like, real-life Mars. But, Duna has a moon, and what we could have done is actually strapped basically 2 of these science units together, and then had them split up and take up their individual orbits around each body. So Duna and its moon, which name is Tylo or something, I can't remember, and now we're going way too fast for me to catch it. Ike. Okay, so we could have split up 2 of those little satellites and sent 1 to each target, and now we'll have to send 2 separate missions, which isn't bad by itself, but it's still kind of one of those like, oh, it could have been awesome. I just thought of that, though. That's okay, we still got plenty of other planets, including Jewel, which is the equivalent of Jupiter, and basically means that it has like about 1,000,003 moons. So sometime in the future, maybe we'll see like this sort of cluster bomb operation where what we end up doing is just creating a whole lot of really fun satellites that will stick together, have their own drive capacities, and be able to achieve stable orbits all on their own that will all fly to Jewel on each one of its moons all at once. That would be super awesome. That's my cool idea for that. Alright, we're getting pretty substantially close here, so I'm going to go ahead and slow it down. Find a spot on this orbital path here that is not too far away. Yeah, it's 1 hour. Oh my god, how do I wish I knew how to actually switch focuses back. Can I... View? No? B? I'm gonna like break everything. This is gonna be great. Okay, focus, Duna. How do I change the focus? Duna, info, Duna. Is there a button? Is there... There's just nothing, is there? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You know what? If it's not gonna let me do it like that, I'm gonna do it like this. Don't mind me just drinking my coffee. And there we go. First of all, I want to rename this to Duna Explorer. Well, Recon. There we go. Duna Reconnaissance. Okay. And then map. There we go. Whoa. Let's get that going. Which way are we headed? Okay, we are headed this way. I guess I could have... Whoa, probably figured that out. Ah, interesting. It's not quite on the line there. 29 minutes. That's close enough. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can adjust this a little bit and try to get a slightly better encounter. There we go. And... where's our widest point of encounter there? Just so then if we screw it up, we'll still have some leeway for being able to recover that. Now my big concern is that... oh yeah, we don't need that much at all. Good. Okay, so my big concern is actually, do we have enough fuel to actually slow down and get a reasonable orbit around Duna? So that's the big... what's going to happen as soon as we get over there? Whoa, hello, why are you overcompensating so strongly? Wow. It's like you just bought, like, a huge dually truck and painted it in flames and put a big tiger for the hood ornament. It's kind of 3D raised tiger hood. Like, not just a hood ornament like the little dinky things on the front of a Mercedes. We're talking like the whole hood is an ornament. It's scary. Alright, okay. Let's go ahead and speed up time. Waiting to get to this node. 6, 7, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Speed it up just a little bit. There we go. Closer. Burn time's not going to be very long at all, so I don't have a problem with getting this close with it. Alright. I mean, usually we're in the hundreds of meters a second in Delta V that we have to cash in. But now it's not even quite 100, so let's just do it like this. Very nice and gentle. Hey, don't run away from me, asshole. Get over here. Whoa, whoa. There's definitely some tools I should be getting, like the clock, the timer clock is a big one that I keep thinking, hey, you know what, I should get that. So I could be running other missions, and this is only slightly more realistic as a result. There we go. And also we can try to do other things while poor Jeb is on the moon and maybe coordinate a few different fun tasks. But that and Mech Jeb, I'm kind of on the fence about Mech Jeb. I don't think it's cheating per se, because a lot of what it adds is just stuff like horizontal velocity versus vertical velocity and all this other fun stuff that is actually really, really good and probably handy to have if you're a wannabe astronaut. There we go. Okay. Sun periapsis. Hold on. We had... Okay, there we are. We are in the encounter. It took me a second to realize what was going on exactly. Doesn't look so big from here, does it? Alright. Okay. And we're just slowly getting dragged by Dunas. One. Okay. Let me go ahead and point retrograde. I think that's the smartest thing to do right now. We're nearly out of monopropellant. Our timing couldn't be better, really. Okay. We have had a lot of maneuvers to pull off in order to get here, but here we are. It's Duna. Good stuff. If I could have gotten a little bit closer, I probably should have tried, but honestly, I'm just maybe a little lazy. Let's see. And then, whoop, right there. Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and fire, see what happens. Okay. Whoop. Alright. We have got, like, the world's craziest tilted orbit, because we're coming in a little high, but that's totally okay, really. How much fuel do we have left? Oh, we got plenty of fuel. That one little modification really did a lot of good work for us. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the rescue jet mission. Never mind. It's going to take 2 days to get over here, though. That's a little frustrating. Let's not waste that much time. I mean, it's taken us 2 years and 23 days to get here, and since we're only doing one mission at a time, that's almost entirely unfortunate. For all parties involved, really. Okay. And... let's see. Duna periapsis. Let's get it below 1 million here. Whoa, there we go. We passed Duna's moon. Ike, as it were. And then how long is it going to take? 18 days to draw in right there. That's crazy town. Alright. Here we go. Now we're moving. Okay, I'm going to have to slow this down pretty quickly as we start to gain speed. Getting closer to Duna and all. Okay. Oh, yep. Oh. And 40 minutes to Apo or periapsis. I always get the two. Like, I understand apogee. If it had called it apogee, I would have never mistaken it. But I don't think that's the correct term now, is it? Peri... Peri makes me think periscope, which... right now, you know what? I can't exactly admit to knowing what the actual definition of peri is in Latin. So, I mean, I keep thinking like half, like hemi. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel kind of guilty now, just a little bit. Like, what kind of a nerd am I if I don't know what peri means, right? That's probably not a real thing I should be concerned about, but it's still one of those like, yeah, there's just maybe a slight amount of unknowing nerd guilt there. Okay, let's go ahead and slow down time. Reorient ourselves here a little bit. Again, almost completely out of monopropellant. Oh, scary times. Basically just means all of our maneuvers are going to be that much more difficult. And look at it go. We're hardly throttled up as well, which is the great part. Alright. You are the periapsis. And then John was a zombie. Alright. Yeah, 95 is a really good close orbit. Let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Yeah, we're out of main engine fuel, but we got enough. We might be able to go ahead and stabilize this orbit a bit. That'll be good times. Okay. Yeah, let's just speed this up. Look at it, it's got ice caps and stuff. And that moon, man, it's real close. And it's pretty big. I think that's probably not much bigger than, like, moon. So, that is to say, Duna is actually pretty small relative to Kerbin. So, alright, RCS on. Yeah, it uses up about 2 or 3 RCS points every time we do this, which is nuts. Oh, here we go. 1 and 0. And we're out of monopropellant. Okay, what a great time whenever we have all of this freaking momentum we're going to have to counteract now. This might take a while. You know what? Just keep spinning around. Okay, this is going to be the fun part. Manual override of how we do things here. Actually, yeah, if I fire my engines, it should still be alright, right? So, if I do a little bit of that, just a little bit, ooh, yeah, I can feel it helping already. Nope, not helping enough. Okay. Damn it. This sucks. Spend, little nav ball. Except the other way. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're gonna wait until we get at least 45 degrees away from apoapsis and then fire again. Oh, this sucks so many balls. Like, all the balls at once, really. Alright. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Ah, it's working. Okay. That's 200. We damn near got it that time. That was really good. Alright. Always bring enough monopropellant, kids. And if you don't, then, I mean, Godspeed and all that. Because frickin' satellite parts are not exactly the world's best things to try to generate torque with. To say the least, at this point. Alright, now I'm wondering if I should even bother. Yeah, that's not too bad. We're still getting close. You know, I could always just time warp. I don't know why I hadn't really thought of that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just for fun, and again, I don't really want to make a business of being dependent on this interesting little non-glitch, so to speak. But, well, here, give me a minute, you'll see. We're gonna spin just a little bit further. And keep on spinning. Now, we... time warp. There we go. See, it stopped. So, yeah, that's basically the Super Cheater Hacks method of correcting your current heading. Is there a little bit of guilt involved? Maybe. Depends on the kind of person you are, really. I'm not gonna judge, but I'm just saying, you know, real men don't need time warp in order to correct their heading over time. So, but yeah, that probably won't be the last time. That being said, probably won't be the last time we see that. It is pretty handy in some cases where you're just like, look, this is taking forever. And it's total nonsense. Alright, let's go ahead and... yeah, we got about a minute to adjust just a tiny bit. So let's do that. It's moving. I can detect its movement. Just barely. Okay. There we go. We'll just keep the thrusters down super low. And we'll wait for these two to exchange. And... come on. There we go. Close enough. I'll take it. Alright. So now, what we do is we jettison. Well, do I want to... after all of that, rigmarole trying to get that thing organized, no, I do not want to correct my current axis of orbit. So, goodbye. And hello to my standalone ship, which can now turn pretty easily. Man, did I just not put any... no, there are no inline reaction wheels. That's what's wrong here. I need to add inline reaction wheels. Have I forgotten it this whole time and nobody told me? Well, chances are you did tell me, but again, I record these videos far in the future. Or far in advance, not necessarily from the future or anything. That would be weird. And so, yeah, the chances of me actually seeing your suggestions and warnings and cries of anguish at my complete and total lack of ability to remember really basic and important things like that That's gone unheated. So sorry. Let's see. And we are going to observe mystery goo. We are going to transmit. Yeah. Observe mystery goo. And transmit. And let's see. We are going to observe materials bay. What is this? While in space near Duna. Okay, so this is near Duna. We are going to transmit. And let's see what happens here. Transmit. Hooray! Life is good. Alright, let's see. Can we take temperatures from here? Log temperature. While in space near Duna. Okay. We will... Ooh, that's 50%. That's pretty good. Definitely bring all the thermometers we want. And a log temperature. Transmit. Do we have any other things I should know about? Let's see. Log temperature. Oh, did you not transmit? No, 0. Okay. Well, there we go. Now we have to get a bunch of live readings and or put a science station on something with a bunch of people on it. So let's go ahead and turn on our lights here now that we're here. Yes. Task complete. Good times. Alright, so let's go back to Space Center. Now, what do we want to do? Well, now we have 209.3 science. So that means we can get a couple things. Well, it means we can get one really good thing and then a couple small things. So we can finish getting the aeroplane stuff and that. Still a little resistant. No real reason. Just sort of like, you know, that's fine, but not necessary at the moment. Better monopropellant tanks. We do have... Oh, hey. Yeah, there's more control stuff. Control stuff definitely intrigues me. We can get, like, landers, lunar landers, new parachutes. What is that? Monopropellant engines, Werner engines. The VRNIER Veer Governor or Werner engine is an attitude control thruster. These controls fuel oxidizer mix. Okay, so they just have slightly more thrust than a normal RCS. Monopropellant powered RCS thrusters, they are fairly more bulky in comparison though. So, interesting. You basically attach that to a fuel tank and then go nuts. It's basically a big version of the ones we were using for the lander, so that's kind of interesting, for sure. Let's see... Oh yes, there's solar panels and batteries. Again, building a space station is pretty high up on my list at the moment of things that I want to do. Mostly because I can't say that I've spent a lot of time doing it before, and it's one of the parts of the game that definitely intrigues me, maybe the most. Nuclear engines would definitely help with our explorations and our ability to get one from one place to another on a low weight budget. Tough decisions. Tough decisions indeed. Well, you know what? Yeah, I want to go ahead and get control systems because part of our biggest problems all come from our ability to actually like get correct headings and everything. So that seems like maybe the smartest idea. So I'm going to research that. And then what we're going to do is modify our satellite just a little bit more, and we'll go continue touring, and then, yeah, then we'll go from there and see what happens. But anyways, this has been Cardboard Decoy playing Kerbal Space Program, and if you have enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have fun.